Hey everybody, it's John here again, and today I am going to open up the Laser Power He-Man and Laser Light Skeletor from Masters Universe Classics, made by Mattel. This product emits flashing lights at 5 to 30 cycles per second. So they are battery operated. This is their little box here, not a whole lot of stuff on this. Kind of excited to finally be opening these guys up. They are really the end of the original line. Here they are in their packaging. Now, we didn't get these here in the United States. I believe they went to, is it France? Was the last place to get these things. They did also light up back then as well. So it's a long time coming for us to get these particular versions of He-Man and Skeletor, and I'm really happy to have them. As you can see, this is Skeletor as he's slowly becoming infected with the techno virus here that's changing him from what he was to what he ends up becoming in the New Adventures line. Here is He-Man as he's also kind of evolved. He's got his own unique head. Looks pretty interesting from inside the package. Skeletor also is quite a bit different. He's the evil master of light energy. And on the back of the box here, we have the Spirit of Grey Skull, Galactic Protector She-Ra, Blast Attack, Twistoid, and Rotar. These are two of the harder figures to find. They were a couple of Comic-Con exclusives. There's a picture of the figures there, and a bio, which I'll bring a little bit closer, in case anyone wants to try to pause and read that. And if you give me a second here, I will get them outside of the package. We'll take a closer look. Alright, here we have both of the figures outside the package. He-Man here, and Skeletor. And I have to say, my first few glances at Skeletor, he's pretty amazing. They're a little bit heavier and bulkier because of the batteries they have. But they both are very cool figures. And we'll take a look at one at a time. So let's move Skeletor over here for a second and take a look at He-Man. So He-Man's come a long way from the original kind of barbarian guy that he is right here, and has moved on to this more polished figure. See, he's got these silver painted gloves on. He's no longer wearing those little loincloths. He's now got this little Speedo on here. He's got some really cool designed boots. I really like these kind of technological boots. The little treads are here, right here, are cool. All the little work on the front and back are really nice. Great sculpting on them. Their articulation is a little bit weirder than the normal ones we're used to, but let me get a closer look at his face. So he has a little bit of a Dolph Lundgren kind of thing going on there. I like the sculpting in the hair, and the shading in the hair is really nice. And then he has this more techno kind of battle armor on this one arm here, which has a little bit of shiny silver, metallic-y silver on it as well. And this gigantic battery pack, which is pretty reminiscent of the original figure. It's kind of cool that they went with this. And his weapon of choice is this laser sword, which you can take out of his hand, and you can mount it on his back when he doesn't need it. These two armor pieces come off pretty easy. They just slide off. So let's take a look at his articulation real quick while I get him here. His head goes around and up and down, really nice. He's got the same kind of shoulders that are ball jointed and hinged as the other figures do. They're pretty tight on this guy. He does have the upper bicep swivel, and he bends at the elbow, rotates he rotates at the wrist, and they are not hinged. They didn't start doing that yet. It does have the ab crunch, kinda, even though it's not really useful. He has a little swivel at his waistline. His hips do come out extremely far. They also rotate around at the upper thigh. He has a single knee bend. And they can rotate at the boot. There's not a whole lot of articulation on the bottom of the shoes, or his boots, just because of the way they're designed there. And his special feature is, of course, the light-up laser sword, which we'll put back in his hand here. It's obviously made in China. We'll maybe rotate that away. Now there's a little button on top here that activates it. It's kind of nice. It turns itself off. Let me put his armor back on just so we get the full look. Notice he doesn't always like to hold his sword very well right now. And his armor does not want to click back on. Come on. Or maybe we'll just use it without the armor for now, because it's going to fight with me. Come on, just sit. There you go. That's good enough. Just stay like that. Alright, let's put this in his hand. Yep, that top armor piece is kind of goofy. And ooh, see if we can see with the light off. And there he is. His laser sword is all lit up. That's kind of nice. That picks up really cool. It'll look nice on the shelf. I do believe it's on a timer. Yep, there it goes. It just turned itself off. Sorry about the white flash of light there. Set Heman off, and we'll bring in Skeletor here. I really like this Skeletor. They did some great work on him. He's also come a long way from this Skeletor to there. Again, very barbarian looking, kind of monstrous. You can see he's got still the same old blue skin, and the skull has even changed a bit. His staff still exists in the same way. So, let's take a quick look. I have to say, I love all the little techno bits he has. The wires going in on his legs. These boots are awesome. They got this kind of copper look to them with some little highlights on them. There's even little wiring and different details in here. This cape's a little on the stiff side. I don't think I'm able to get that off because of the power box here, which has a lot of detail on it itself. You can take like his little cowl off, and you can see where he's got some techno growth into his head. Rotate him around to the front and get a look at that skull. There's some really cool detail on that skull. He's creepy. He's got this neat little techno armor there. Little skull around his belt. So overall, he's pretty cool. Now his articulation's a bit different. He does have a little bit of a head swivel. Does not go up and down at all. Oh, I don't know if I put that on in the right direction. Shoulders do have hinges on them, and they do rotate around. This one does as well. He's got no ab crunch though, because everything's housed in his chest. He does swivel at the waist still, and he does have the same kind of hip articulation and the upper leg rotation at the thigh. He's got the knee bend with some cool little techno stuff there and under his knee. No swivel at the boot, and his feet are hinged, and not really any rocking going on there. So he has the same kind of light up feature, where his power comes up through his hand and into his staff, and his feet don't like standing very well. There he is. So we bring him back a little bit. Yeah, come on, bend your knee. Work with me, Skeletor. There you go. And let's click his little power up button. And there he goes. So his eyes glow. Oh, I can double click it, turn it off. That's good. Let's see if we can get it to glow and hit the lights. Ooh, yeah, you can see it. The hand powers the staff and his eyes glowing red. That's pretty neat. Looks pretty devious. Whew. And there he is back again in the light. So I really like both of these figures. They signify the change of direction that they ended up going with the new adventures of He-Man, where they went to that kind of space theme. Which, it was alright. The cartoon was a little goofier than the first one was. But both these figures, I think you can still pick them up right now from the Matty Collector Vault. I don't think they've sold out yet. I really enjoy both of them. The details on the Skeletor alone are fantastic. Escape's just a little stiffer than I would like, but they both will look great on the shelf. I see some of there's a little blue rubbing off on his thigh already. Yeah, but they're cool. They're fun little guys, these two. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video at all, you know all the things. Hit the like button, or if you hated it, hit that dislike button. Let me know. Leave me some comments on if you've picked these up yet. And subscribe for more videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.